Hello, this is Mercury Rises from Clash of Empire, now called Last Land, and I wanted to do a little video about the auxiliary equipment. My auxiliary equipment is very good. I didn't have any eco or auxiliary equipment when I got the account, but with ceremony, some of these pieces are very important. Now, if you're the guard player, the auxiliary chest piece and boots are very important, and I've been wanting to do the chest piece. Now, as you can see, I've got a lot of eco lit up. But before all of those were lit up, and when I was looking at the hospital cap healing speed auxiliary piece, I was forbidden from doing any more gold pieces until my gold battle is finished. Now, I thought he meant to do one gold and then I could go back and do it. No, no, no. I have been threatened under 0 if I do any more gold in any other areas except for battles. So, but then I was like, I was looking in my research though. Now, I haven't been forbidden or told how to do my research. So I was looking at that, and I still have quite a number of levels for hospital capacity and a couple more levels for healing speed, which would mitigate what I'm not getting from a gold chest piece and auxiliary. Now, the only problem with that is it's a lot of resources, it's a lot of levels, and just to be honest, the equipment doesn't give a whole lot. So to not do it and to leave it is fine. To do the research, I've got farms, I got plenty of resources, and I could do it on Friday for glory. So that is obviously an option, and it would mitigate my situation, because my dilemma is I many times I give the guard, and I've been given the guard ever since the beginning of me getting this castle, which is a kind of a new thing for me. And so being a guard player, you kind of need that piece. You need the chest, you need the boots, because you want to have the hospital capacity and you want to have that healing speed. So you also want to get the research done. But if I'm doing hospital cap and healing speed research, I've got cavalry research sitting there still not being done. So that's kind of a dilemma. And now I wasn't forbidden to doing the research if I want to do the research. I was forbidden from upgrading any more equipment to gold unless I get the battle done. So, which is understandable. It does need to be done. I've been told that I'm awful strong for somebody who only has one piece of gold battle equipment. My line is very strong. A lot of that is due to the healing regimen and has a lot to do with the strength in the game. But for some reason, I die a lot, and I also end up in the hospital a lot, which is fine. I sometimes want it maxed out because then I can get the glory and get the line judges and all that. So, I want to put men in the hospital, but I also want to have a larger hospital, because at this point, even maxing out my hospital, I can still get it all done by Saturday. And I want to be able to get it done between Sunday night, say Monday morning, and Saturday morning, of course. I don't want to have any men sitting in that hospital when I go to fight again. So, but a larger hospital capacity might have helped me in the situation this past weekend where Jack wanted to do something else. And I was like, I've only got about, X amount. I only think I had 20 or 30,000 left in my hospital. I went ahead and switched over to the third gear, and I healed some so that we could do the rally that he wanted to do, which we didn't end up doing, unfortunately. But I had 100,000 left in the hospital. Later, he wanted to do something else. And again, I was kind of quibbling, like, well, I've only got 100,000 left hospital cap in the hospital. And I was concerned that I might explode the hospital. Now, filling it up doesn't bother me, but if I die, then we might lose. And so that was kind of the consideration. So it didn't end up, we didn't end up doing that thing. And it really wasn't that important to do this on the second scenario. But it was something that I was concerned about, and why I want that auxiliary hospital cap piece. But I do have another recourse. I can do the research. But that takes a lot of resources, and it takes a lot of time. If I choose to do that in ceremony over my battle statistics, it might not, it really, to be honest, even at this level, it would really be kind of silly to do. I do like to fill the hospital, and I don't want to be getting nervous that I'm going to die if it's, and I don't want to have to stop fighting because of hospital capacity. So, but it's always something to look at.